Namaste, my name is Ayush Mudgal and I am from Faculty of Law and Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. My subject is offences against child and juvenile offences. So, this is session 1 introduction, and this session we will discuss the syllabus of BA LLB, BB LLB, and BCom LLB semester 8th. In this session, we will discuss syllabus. Syllabus is divided into 3 units. The name of first unit is problems of conception, birth, nourishment, and health of a child, and legal status of any child, status of a child in case he is working. This is completely unit 1, and unit 1 is also further divided into some topics. So the unit 1 topic number 1 is tortious liability against any injury to unborn children. So in this topic we will discuss the tortious liability, which is a civil liability against injuries to unborn person. As we have already read the offense of miscarriage under section 312 of IPC, but that liability is in criminal in nature, and in this head we will discuss the liability against injury to any unborn person. It is of civil kind, so we will compare the civil remedy and criminal remedy in this topic. Second topic is co-custody and property rights of any unborn children. Before reading that topic, we have to uh, gain the general understanding related to who is unborn person, when can transfer when transfer can be made to him. So we will discuss the transfer of property act section 13 and 14, which is transfer to an unborn person, and right against perpetuity in detail, so that we can have a clear understanding regarding the transfer to any unborn person. And the second part of this topic is co-custody property. So for that we have to revise the Succession Act uh, mentioned under Hindu Succession Act and Muslim succession. So we have to have a general understanding what is co-custody property, when can it be transfer, or concept of alienation. So before topic 2, we have to have the general understanding of co-custody and property rights to any unborn children. Topic 3 is related to maternity benefits and relief. So in this topic we will discuss what are the various benefits given to any pregnant woman, whether any provisions regarding that is contained under Indian Constitution or other than Indian Constitution, whether there are any special provisions regarding maternity relief in any labor law legislation. So we will cover it up in this topic. Topic 4, 5, 6 are related to the education of any of children. So topic 4 is lack of legal protection of child and the state responsibility for education of any children, and evaluation of the effort of the state for increasing the education level of children. So we will discuss this topic, this 3, 4 and 5th topic under the Indian Constitution, how Article 21 came into existence, how the primary education part was earlier was in DPSPs, how it came in fundamental rights Article 21A, and how it uh, came under the purview of fundamental duties under Article 51A. So in this, what are the state's liability regarding the education of any children, and what efforts have state made, or what effort should state made for improvising the education level in India. Other than that, the topic pre-primary and nursery education, elementary education. Then next topic is contribution by international organization for elementary education, UNESCO, UNICEF, and etc etc. We will discuss it in detail, whether any provisions are being made by UNESCO or UNICEF for child education. And here the important point is whether any international law can affect the Indian constitution, or our legal policies. So we will have that debate. uh, the next topic is legal control of child labor, regulation of the employment. So we'll have this discussion under Article 23 and 24, right against exploitation. So we will read the Article 23, 24 with labor laws specifically, so we can have the clear picture, like what are the laws regarding the child labor, what is the legal status of any child while he is working, whether definition of child differs from criminal law, and where in family law or in civil laws. So we'll have that discussion later. Next is protection of health and well-being. So under this we'll discuss DPSPs and DPSP Article 46 and Article 21, right to health, various case laws related to it, various international treaties, international convention, international recommendations of any of ILO related to the health. And we'll have a small discussion over the Puttaswamy case related to the ILO convention. And next topic is recommendations of National Commission of Labor and legislation related to factories, plantation labor, mines, merchant, shipping, motor transport workers, then apprentice, shops and establishment, and child labor. So basically under unit 1 we will discuss firstly, uh, we will discuss who is child, what is the age which decide who is child, because under several laws the age differs of definition of child. So whether under civil law is there any definition of child, or under criminal law, as we have seen under IPC there is the legal maxim dolly in capex. So we have 0 to 7 years of uh, and years 0 to 7 years can be called a child, or 7 to 12 years can be called a child. Under contract act we have capacity to parties under section 12, where we will discuss whether a minor can what is the definition of minor. In contract act we have referred the Indian Majority Act regarding the age of any minor, section 3 and 4 of Indian Majority Act. Other than that, is in personal laws there are various debates regarding the age of any who can be called as minor, who can be called as major. So in Muslim law several times the minor's age is being set as 15 years, and in Hindu law it is been set up as 18 years, and several laws related to marriage, it differs on the grounds of gender, 18 and 21. So we will discuss the who is child, what is the definition of any child under various law, and uh, in unit 2 then we will discuss the unborn, who is unborn person, what are the what in how many weeks of pregnancy the person have rights in the womb. So we'll discuss the civil laws like transfer of property act. There is definition of unborn person. So we will discuss that any unborn person, after how many weeks of pregnancy, any children can be called as unborn person, because when we are attaching the word person, there must be some rights or liabilities attached to it. No need of liability, but there must be some rights attached to that person. And at what stage of pregnancy a unborn person can have those rights. So after getting the general information regarding unborn person, we will discuss what are the tortious liability against the injury of any unborn person, which is we'll compare that with the miscarriage. And then we will discuss the co-personary and property rights of any unborn person. Then we will discuss under labor laws what are the various maternity and maternity benefits and reliefs given under any statute or under Constitution of India. So we'll discuss that. Other than that, the major part of this unit, we will discuss the primary education part, elementary education part, whether before Article 21A, whether there are any provisions regarding the primary education enumerated under Indian Constitution or not. If there isn't, why Article 21A is added so late in Indian Constitution, and after that whether the level of primary education is being increased or not. Other than that, what are the various international organization which recommended the primary education level, primary educations, what are the contributions of international organization regarding the primary education in India, whether there are any international conventions or treaties or any recommendations of any international organization which we had in our mind before drafting the Article 21A. Other than that, what are the various recommendation of National Commission of Labor, because the next topic, that last topics are related to the child labor. So we will discuss the child labor part with Article 23 and 24 with labor laws. What are the various labor laws regarding the minors or children? Other than that, what are the various recommendation of National Commission of Labor relating to the child labor, and what are the various provisions regarding what are the various provisions enumerated in any labor law, like Factories Act and Mines Act, merchant shipping, motor transport works, and shops and establishment of any shops, apprentice, whether any special provisions regarding child labor are there in that legislations. uh, and we will discuss the sections of various acts like Factory Act, where the age relating to labor of any children, whether age of 18 is considered to be the minor, and uh, 18 plus can be called only 18 plus person can be called as major in that child labor situation. So you must have the general understanding of concept of unborn person. In the next lecture we will discuss, so please go through the definition of unborn person and co-personary things, and what are the property rights of any person. So Hindu Succession Act, Muslim Succession Act, and the Transfer of Property Act. Other than that, the tortious concept of tortious liability. So please go through by all these general understanding, so we can study further, and we won't have any problem regarding the concepts. Thank you.